Great classrooms are not built through extraordinary talent or perfect lessons plans. They are built through thousands of intentional choices. Choices made every day. Every greeting, every lesson, every conversation, every word of encouragement, and every act of compassion shapes the kind of classroom students remember long after they graduate from your school. The essential question to ask for today's reflection is, what if becoming the teacher every student deserves isn't about doing more, but about becoming more intentional in everything we already do? Welcome to Edu Life School. Every school, thousands of lessons are taught, millions of assignments are completed, countless tests are administered. Most of them will eventually be forgotten. But something else is happening inside every classroom. A child is deciding, do I belong here? Does my voice matter in this environment? Can I become something greater than I am today? Those questions are rarely answered by textbooks. They are answered by teachers, not through one extraordinary lesson, but through ordinary moments repeated with extraordinary intentions. This season has never been about perfect classroom. It has been about purposeful classrooms. Because intentional teaching isn't a strategy. It's a way of seeing students. It's a way of leading. It's a way of changing lives. As we conclude this season, let's reflect on what it truly means to become a teacher every student deserves. You see, great classrooms are built one choice at a time. What do we mean? When people walk into extraordinary classrooms, they often ask questions like, what's the secret? Is it the curriculum? Is it the technology? Is it the classroom decorations? Or the resources? Those things certainly help, but they are not the foundations. The strongest classrooms are built through intentional habits. Greeting students every day by name, listening before judging, encouraging before correcting, designing meaningful learning experiences, or creating psychological safety, ending each lesson with hope. These are not isolated events. They become a culture, and culture is built one decision at a time. You see, students rarely remember one spectacular day. They remember how they felt every day. So I invite you to ask yourself, if someone walked into my classroom tomorrow, what would they immediately notice? Reflect on this. Would they notice fear, silence, compliance, or curiosity? Respect, joy, or belonging? Throughout this season, we've explored the daily choices that shape remarkable classrooms. We learned that belonging begins the moment students walk through the door. Morning routines communicate. You matter. Feedback should build confidence without lowering standards. Great lessons create experiences, not just information. Every voice deserves to be heard. Psychologically, safety encourages courageous learning. The final 5 minutes of every lesson often becomes the first thing students remember. Make use of it. Teaching the whole child means recognizing that every student carries an invisible story. These ideas may seem simple, but together they transform classrooms. Intentional teaching isn't one technique, it's the consistent practice of placing relationships at the center of learning. Let me share with you a story. Years from now, your students would probably won't remember every worksheet. They won't remember every PowerPoint. They may not even remember every unit you taught. But they would remember the classroom where they finally believed they were capable. The teacher who refused to give up on them. The place where they felt seen, safe, challenged, and valued. That's the classroom every student deserves. Make it your classroom. Sometimes the greatest curriculum is the culture we create. The following are five commitments every intentional teacher should make. Number one, I see you, the students, before the performances. Grades matter, but people matter first. Every child deserves to be known beyond academic achievements. Number two, I will build relationship before expecting results. Trust is not an extra. It is the foundation of meaningful learning. Students learn more deeply from teachers they trust. Number three, I will challenge students because I believe in their abilities. High expectations communicate respect. Support communicates care. Together, they create growth. Number four, I will create a classroom where every student belongs. Belonging is not accidental. It is intentionally cultivated through daily actions. Number five, I will remember that teaching is a legacy. Every conversation, every lesson, every encouragement, every act of patience may become part of a student's lifelong story. Teaching is one of those few professions where your influence continues long after you are gone. Imagine meeting one of your students 20 years from now. What do you hope they remember about your classroom? So, to every teacher out there, if I could sit across from every educator watching today, this is what I would say to them. Thank you. Thank you for arriving early. Thank you for staying late. Thank you for believing in students who struggle to believe in themselves. Thank you for celebrating small victories no one else noticed. Thank you for comforting children carrying burdens beyond their years. Thank you for planning lessons while balancing responsibilities at home. Thank you for choosing hope when the work feels overwhelming. Teaching has never been easy, and today's classrooms present challenges previous generations could scarcely imagine. Yet, every morning, teachers continue showing up, not because teaching is simple, but because students are worth it. If no one has told you recently, your work matters. Your encouragement matters. Your patience matters. And somewhere, there is a student whose future will be different because you chose to care, you chose to show up. So, my dear teachers, please reflect at this moment by closing your eyes for just a moment. Picture one student whose life has been changed because of your influence. Maybe they never told you. Maybe they haven't realized it yet. But one day, they'll remember your kindness, your belief, your encouragement, and they'll carry it into their own family. They'll carry it into their own workplaces, their own communities, and that's your legacy. So as we close this season, I want to leave you with one challenge. Don't try to implement everything at once. Choose one intentional practice from this season. Practice it every day for the next month. Perhaps it's greeting every student by name. Perhaps it is giving more meaningful feedback to your student, or creating stronger lesson endings, listening more carefully, building deeper relationships. Small intentional actions repeated consistently create extraordinary classrooms. My dear teachers, the intentional classroom isn't defined by perfect behavior or flawless lessons or endless resources. It is defined by one teacher who chooses every single day to see possibilities where others see problems, to encourage before criticizing, to listen before assuming, to teach not only minds but hearts, because education has become about preparing students, more than preparing students for exams. It's about preparing human beings for life, meaningful, compassionate, courageous lives. And what works begins with us. One classroom, one lesson, one conversation, one student at a time. So, my dear teachers, if this season has encouraged you, I invite you to subscribe to our channel, Edu Life School, The Intentional Teacher. Share the series with another educator, a mentor, or an instructional coach, or simply your school leader who is committed to creating classroom environment where students flourish. And if these reflections have inspired you or your own teaching, I'd love to hear from you. Today's question for you is, which lessons from season 2 has led the greatest impact on the way you teach or the way you think about teaching? Share your thoughts in the reflection or in the comment sections, and together we are building a global community of intentional educators. You know, great classrooms are never built by accident. They are built intentionally through thousands of ordinary moments. They are built intentionally through compassion before correction. They are built through excellence without losing empathy, through relationships that outlast report cards, through teachers like you who understands that every child deserves to feel seen, heard, challenged, encouraged, and deeply valued. Because the greatest measure of our teaching is not what students remember from our lessons, but who they become because we believed in them. Teach with intention. Lead with purpose. Inspire for life. Thanks.